Hey, um, hello everyone. I'm just giving a life update. Everyone's been asking how I'm doing, and I'm going to go ahead and give that update now. Well, Mama is doing much better at the moment. She has her ups and downs, a lot of pain and issues with her body going on, and you know the issues she's had with bladder and kidney infections and all that. She's still got that going on, and she can still barely get around, but she is alive and here, and that is the blessing in of itself. As far as me, I'm suddenly becoming sick again, super congested, can't get this stuff up. I've got something I tested for COVID with one of those little home tests that the last time I had COVID was positive, like last year, and it was negative. So that's good. But I will say that I'm feeling really rough. I'm super congested. Earlier I couldn't catch my breath. It's just thick sinus mucus deep inside the chest that won't come out. So yeah, and I'm thinking about going to the doctor that I used to go to maybe I'll get some antibiotic and some a shot or something. Maybe I'll get something. I don't know. There's so much going on. There's some weird stuff. Everyone I've spoken to said they're all that they've met so many people become septic. So there's something up with that. But anyway, and I know it wasn't because of the counteraction for the because we didn't get so I don't know, we didn't do that particular thing. I'm not going to go into details on that, but there's just so much going on. But anyway, yeah, there's a lot going on in our life as well, and I appreciate all the love, all the kindness. I bet there is some good news. I'll share that in a video. I did a lot of different phone calls and filing and paperwork type of stuff, and when I went up to the went up to the pharmacy yesterday, I told them, I was like, why is Mama's cinecalcet medicine that's necessary for her to keep the calcium levels low? It was going to be like $3,800. I said, why? And they said, well, the insurance will only bring it down to $600. I was like, well, that's not helpful. And I said, wait a minute. What about this code that I had generated from a website that was this list of codes? And it worked. And now she's got to, for at least that anyway. The rest of the stuff we still have to pay, but at least it won't be $3,800 for a life-saving medicine. But anyway, yeah, I got it down to $87. And they worked with me, and I got it down to $87. And they said apparently it's a permanent discount card, and I had to sign my signature in there, and I signed her up to it. Or I had already signed her up to it. I looked and looked and looked and looked for a discount card or discount account, and so I created a discount medicine savings account, but they wouldn't do it with insurance. With insurance, it was going to be $600, and then they said, "We'll file it without insurance," and it was $87. So I thought, why was it cheaper without insurance? But whatever. But the code that I had generated for her, the codes, I should say, all three list of codes, brought it down to $87. And it's a permanent savings card, they told me. But they worked with me well and got that medicine price down. I mean, that's a blessing. The rest of the other stuff is still ridiculously expensive and all that, all the bills and things, but we'll work on things one at a time, and anyone that can help, I appreciate it. It's just one thing after another that seems to happen. I told the doctors that I'm trying to go to that I've been going to, that I get infection after infection after infection after infection. And I had all the symptoms of Hashimoto's, and they told me that oh, your white blood cell count's just a little high. And your thyroid showed up normal. But I stay so sluggish all the time. I knew I had a burst of energy yesterday, and I utilized it and did what I could. I was thinking clearly. I felt great. Most of me felt great. Parts of me had issues. I still had the pains, but they weren't. They weren't keeping me down like usual. I still had that pain, that nerve pain going down my hip and my legs, and I asked the doctor. I said, "What am I going to do about that? Like, what am I going to do if I can't? You can't hold down if you feel you can't hold up if you don't feel well, and you stay sluggish and tired all the time, and you feel horrible." And they're like, "Well, just all they ever say is lose weight." And but I felt this way since I was little, so I don't know. I was born with yellow jaundice, and I was born with a liver issue, and I was told I was going to have to take Tylenol all my life. So that was Mama dropping in. I gotta go. So anyway, yeah. That's what's going on. I seem to go from one thing to another with me, and they just don't see it. None of them do. I have to be on antibiotics just regularly and medicines and things like that, but they don't seem to understand that. I don't take them 24/7, obviously, but it's like, you know what I mean. I know what my body needs. They don't. No one else can. No one else can know what your body needs, but I'm just thankful to God that Mama's back here, and it's just such a blessing. It really is. It's such a blessing. Praise be to Yeshua. Yahweh Yeshua. Yahweh Yeshua. Yahweh Yeshua. Praise be to Jesus Christ. But I just wish I could figure out why I can't stay well and I can't get well. I can't get myself well at all. I have run fever nonstop since August. And the doctor's office told me that, oh, if it's not 100.2, it's not considered fever. Well, then why do I feel like total crap? I was like, you mean 100.1 can't count? No, we can't put down that it's fever if it's not over 100.1. I don't know. Anyway, hoping things get better from here. God bless.